So in the last video we have seen fragment, how to add single fragment by using XML, that is static, and by using the Java activity code, that is dynamic. Now I'm going to show you how to add multiple fragments into one activity. So let me delete this code first, which is not useful for us right now, and this also. Okay, so now do you remember that whenever we have used list or anything like spinner, we have used adapter. So like this, here also we need to use one adapter. So to use multiple fragments, we use fragment state adapter. Okay, and with that we will have to use view pager 2 also. So there is view pager 1 and view pager 2. View pager 2 is the latest thing to use. So instead of fragment container view, I will use view pager 2, and just like I have everything for view pager 2, I will add that things. View pager view pager 2, and I will add width match parent, height 350 dp, okay, 450 dp, and I will add the ID also, VP, okay, view pager. Okay, so just like in the last application we have used, we will use the same. Okay, so I will take view pager 2 object here, view pager 2. Okay, so now I have fragment products and fragment settings, right? And I want to add these two into this view pager. So multiple fragments I will add. Okay, so I will remove this code. Right now I don't need this on click listener, so I will delete this on click listener also. Okay, now I need fragment state adapter. Why I need fragment state adapter? So I need that adapter to hold multiple fragments. So I will go here and I will create a class which is my fragment adapter. Okay, my fragment adapter. Now here I need to extend fragment state adapter. Okay, fragment state adapter. Now see, whenever you want to extend or do any implement any class, just write extend and name of that class, and it will show you which methods you need to import and everything. So here just click on Alt enter, and it will give you all the options why the error is given. And implement methods, if you click on implement methods, it will give you all the methods here. So let the methods come. So first method is create fragment and get item count, right? So this create fragment method, it will create that fragment on that position. It will return you that fragment on that position, and get item count will have the total number of fragments into that adapter. Okay, now here what you need to do, you need to give constructor also. So I will just create a constructor of a fragment activity. Okay, see, in the constructor you have three options. One is the fragment activity as a parameter, one is fragment as a parameter, and one is fragment manager as a parameter with lifecycle. But I am giving fragment activity. Why? Because it is easy for me to define a fragment activity. And currently in my situation, fragment activity is nothing but the number of fragment activity is nothing but the activity I am using to show these fragments. Okay. Now into this fragment activity, what I need to do is I need to pass two things here. See, first what we need here is total number of count. Okay, so if I set this total number count as 2, it will show me two different number of pages into that adapter. That means two different number of fragments, right? Okay, now here what I need to do is I need to create the fragment which will be shown on the screen, so let this class be like this right now. Okay, let me go to main activity. Now this main activity, see, do you remember what we have passed as a parameter as a fragment activity, right? So in main activity I will go, and what I need to do here is I need to change this as fragment activity. Why? Because I am passing fragment activity object, not app compact activity object, to what? To adapter. Okay, because we are going to initialize that adapter here in main activity, that is why. Now next step is I have created my adapter, and in my adapter, see, this class is not completed, we have to write more code here, but let this class be aside. So we have created my fragment adapter class, which is fragment set adapter, extending as fragment set adapter. So this class is responsible for holding multiple adapters, right? So I will create one object of that class here. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to initialize this object. And how do you initialize this object? You passing fragment activity as a reference. Okay, so here fragment activity, my fragment adapter equal to new fragment, and if I pass this, then it is working. See, if I change this to app compact activity, it will give me error here. It will give me error whenever I am running this, it will give me error. So what I need to do is I need to convert this as fragment activity. Okay, so my adapter fragment activity, now my adapter is initialized. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to pass my fragments into this adapter. Okay, so let's not get confused here. Let me explain you what we are actually doing and what this fragments adapter works. So suppose this is my activity, and it is going to be consisting of fragment 1, fragment 2, fragment 3. Okay, now this activity it needs some adapter to hold these many fragments. It needs one adapter to hold these many fragments. Okay, so these are those fragments, and what we are going to do is we are going to create the adapter in such a way that if the position of current item is 0, then I will show this adapter, this fragment. If the position of current item is 1, then I am going to show this fragment. If the position of item is 2, then I am going to show this fragment. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, but right now we have 0 and 1 because we have two fragments only. So into the adapter we are going to do such code. Okay, now in activity we have one layout, right? In activity we have one layout. Now this layout, it has a view pager as a component, so this is a whole layout. Okay, now view pager is the component, that is a widget. Now what we need to do is we need to attach this adapter to this view pager. We need to attach this adapter to this view pager, then and then only this view pager can show these many elements. See these fragments, these are the multiple fragments, and who is holding this fragment? These fragments are being held by this adapter. This adapter is from where? This adapter is defined in activity. See, we have defined this adapter here, right? And this adapter, whenever we are going to attach to this view pager, then this view pager is going to show you the data held by the adapter. The data held by the adapter is nothing but fragment, so it is going to show you 3 fragments. Okay, so right now we have initialized this adapter. Okay, but now what we need to do is we need to attach this adapter with the view pager. We have not yet done this code, but right now what our task is, we have to attach this adapter to the view pager. So what code I need to write? I will write view pager dot set adapter my fragment pager adapter. Okay, one more thing remaining here is find view by id. We have not done, so we will do find view by id view pager. Done. So I have created adapter, and now this adapter is set to this view pager. Okay, now I need to create three fragments, or I need to create a code where 0th position will show first fragment, first position will show second fragment. So I will go to adapter. Now here return null. What it is returning? It is returning fragment. We have already set count as 2. So here instead of return, I will write if position is equal to 0, then return new products fragment. Then return new products fragment. Else, if position is equal to 1, then return new settings fragment. And else, if nothing is there, if the position is not given or something is missing, then products fragment. By default we are sending products fragment. Okay, new keyword is missing here. Okay, this case will not be executed, but just for extra security or extra robustness I have added, nothing else. So my adapter is created. See, my adapter is created. I have created two different fragments. I have initialized them here. Every time it is giving me the position, they will return some fragment initialized like this. Okay, now in main activity, what we have done is we have created the adapter object, and then we have set to the view pager. Okay, so this is the simple thing we have done. Now let's try to run and see if this works or not. So let me run this application. Okay, so while running the application, I have got one error here, and that error is fragment products manager does not have any arguments. So I will go to products manager, and do you remember we have added argument here as the name? So here we will remove it, and we will add some default name as product name. Okay, and I will run this application again. Okay, so our application is running now, and as you can see, this is the app. Now if I left swipe it and if I right swipe it, it is going to change the fragments. So this is how 2 fragments we are showing by using fragment state adapter. So let me recall this code again. So what we have done is, see, this is layout, and another part of this code is activity. Okay, layout and activity. So in activity we have adapter class which we have created. Into that adapter class we have to create a code in such a way that if the position is 0 then show one fragment, if the position is 1 then show another fragment. Okay, but where? So that position will be in create fragment method, where int position will be the parameter, and in get item count you have to show the number of total fragments to show. Now in activity and adapter, in layout what we have done is we have taken view pager 2. Why we have taken view pager 2? Because we need to show multiple fragments. Okay, so in order to show anything multiple in Android into a view, we need to take adapter. Into this adapter we have created 3 or 2 different fragments. Okay, now we have taken 2 fragments into the adapter. So now this adapter we are going to attach to view pager, so that this data will be binded to the view, and once we bind that data to the view it will show you the results. Okay, so this view pager will be attached with the adapter into where? Into activity. So once that is done, we will create the object of that adapter, and we will use set adapter method of that view pager to set the adapter. Okay, nothing else. And then in adapter we are going to create the new fragment object. If the position is 0 then new fragment object, if the position is 1 then the settings fragment, right? So this is how we are going to show multiple fragments in one activity. But remember, you need to change this app compact activity to the fragment activity. Okay, now let's see what this fragment activity shows you. See, this fragment activity is already extending component activity, and if you go to component activity class and check what it is extending or what it is doing, so it is Android X component activity. Let's see, it is extending activity itself. It is extending activity itself. So this is nested hierarchy. So let me see if it is accepting app compact. See, every activity is actually extending activity class only. Even this class is also doing extending fragment activity. So instead of this fragment activity, if it is extending fragment activity, then you don't need to use fragment activity here. You can use app compact activity also, because anyhow by default it is extending fragment activity. Okay, so no need to use fragment activity, you can use app compact activity also. So this is how fragments are shown. Now before view pager 2 there was view pager 1 also, and into that view pager 1, instead of fragment state adapter class they have used recycler view.adapter class. Okay, or they have used pager adapter class. So whenever you are migrating from view pager 1 to view pager 2, what you need to understand is, if you have used pager adapter class, then you have to use recycler view.adapter class. Okay, if you have used fragment pager adapter class, then you have to use fragment state adapter class. If you have used fragment state pager adapter class, then you have to use fragment state adapter class. Okay, so in short, I just want to tell you that use recycler view dot adapter class, which is the latest one, or use fragment state adapter class. These two classes you need to use anyhow. These are the latest classes, nothing else. Okay, whatever classes, whatever adapter you have used, just try to change it to these two classes, any of these two classes. Okay, now which class to choose? So both of these classes have different functionalities. They both provide different methods to implement. Okay, so according to your need you can do it. And if you want to see what is the difference, then go to the documentation of Android. On that website you can see that what is the difference between these two classes. Okay, so this topic is finished here. Showing multiple fragments is complete, and we will go ahead with another topic where we are going to see more interactions with the view pager 2 and fragments. Okay.